And welcome back everyone to the second channel. It's been a while, mainly because I haven't found a game that I really thought would be worthwhile in playing in a series, but I remember this is one of the games that I really like playing on my own, Timberborners. It's about surviving as a beaver colony in a resource scarce environment, and you guys may be familiar with it. Perhaps you are watching this video because you're a fan of this game and playthroughs of this game, but essentially you need to feed, you need to find sufficient water, and also survive using advanced engineering in this kind of environment by building dams. There are drought cycles and wet cycles that cycle about, and you have to try and survive those conditions. We're in the Hollows map here to try it out on a hard difficulty. So we'll see how well we do here. We'll just try and survive in as many episodes as possible. So if you guys are enjoying this kind of content, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe using the subscribe button down below. Really do appreciate the support. So essentially what we need to do here is we have freshwater resources coming in from just this. So there's the water sources here, so that means when the drought cycle starts, water will stop flowing from there. We have a good chunk of green space here. We could dam this off, flood this area, and expand to these higher places, but that will be for later when we have a lot of resources to work with. So first, let us prepare by setting our roads out here out to our food source, temporary food source, mainly because we will be building our own food sources hopefully soon. There is a staircase here. Stairs require money and resources, or not money, it requires science points, which we have to also focus on. So what you usually do at the start is build a water source. Do I want it here? I think I want to do this. Flip it. Boom. And then put water storage small tank here, and we will put a path to it as well right there, connecting the two. This will store water, which we can designate as such, and beautiful. We also need to cut wood. That's why I built those tracks out. So wood, a lumberjack flag up here. Let's rotate that there, and then put a road up to that there, as well as down here, which I think this wood is also important to gather. So let's build two of them there, and then mark for cutting all of these. Where is it? There, all the way to here, and then that as well. Thankfully, there is a bridge that the game has given us right there into this area, so if we do run out of trees, we can head over there. And then where's the science? We need an inventor shack here. Put that down, and I think we are good for now. Oh, no, we're not good, because we need our gather flag here for the blueberries to collect those. They'll automatically collect once that is built. So let's get going then. Our beavers here will be starting to move about. We have 8 beavers, 4 children beavers, and then 2 working with 6 no jobs yet, which will come through once these start getting built. Okay, and then let's cut these trees as well, mark for demolition, because these are dried up. They can't regrow. Like, these will regrow, but these are too dry. It's dry conditions up here, that's why. So Kurzol has gone over there. We will get this gather flag soon. Boom. And we're good for now. We need to start building some farmland soon so that we can start growing food. Very important, of course. So all of our construction is done right now. We need to start considering building storage facilities for food. So medium warehouse for these extra blueberries. As you can see, this guy is just sat on his bum here, Javin, because we've maxed out our berry storage and people are eating, so there's no need to gather more. We can build these storage facilities to try and add space for those. So think, do I want to spend resources now, or I don't know. We need to get first off this unlocked, which is the forester. We do need lumber, so we'll need to get this going soon too. Where do I plant this guy though? I don't want to do it. Okay, let's do it here so that we can, because I don't want to use up this arable land for things that don't require it. So we'll put those up. Power wheel, put the road down, because this requires 20 logs, and then it'll use 1 beaver, which we do have, and then this one will also require beaver, which we will have because these guys are sat on their bums right now, not doing much. So we'll pause this lumberjack flag, prepare that guy for rolls in these 2 spots. All right, so our lumber mill is complete and ready to go. We'll get as many planks as we can. 13 planks can be stored there. As you can see, our wood stocks are going low a little bit. I think before then we'll need to start an efficient farmhouse. I'm a little worried about our food supply, so think about there maybe? No, right there. And then we'll plant crops. We'll start with carrots, which is a basic food source for beavers, and just plant that there. That should give us some food, because the dry cycle I think will come soon. The drought cycle will come soon. And you can see here there is a beaver injured. That is interesting. What does he need? I think a grindstone. It looks, or it's a hospital bed. So if we go under well-being, we'll be able to find some teeth grindstones, a hospital or medical bed. These facilities are important for the well-being, but right now I don't have anything. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. This is... can't believe it. I don't believe it. It is in the wrong direction. That one is in the wrong direction. That was a waste of time and... effort. But yeah, I'm making more water storage facilities because... again, dry cycle, and our beavers will get thirsty if we're not careful. Ooh, thankfully the farm has come through, so that is beautiful. We're planting our carrots now, which will be useful. We need to also dam this thing. Uh-oh, that is one thing I completely forgot. Dams require a lot of wood. This is going to cost us if we're not careful. Right there, I think. We will construct landscaping, dam, put dams up like this. I know you can just put 1 here and then remove this, but I just don't think it looks aesthetically beautiful, so I will use the extra resources to completely bridge across, which also gives us a way closer to these oak trees over here, which is per tree more resource dense than the birch and pine trees that we see here. So we got our first notification that a drought is approaching in 3 days, so we got to prepare. Can this be built in those 3 days? I don't know. We're also considering some housing opportunities here because our beaver population will not sustain itself if we have no housing, so that is something that we need to work on. Let's get this efficient farmhouse paused, because once they plant those crops, they don't do anything. They just sit there, so we don't want any idle beavers. We have 2 available. Okay, this one's done, so let's pause that lumberjack flag. Get this one going as well, since we are constructing quite a bit. I think my workers are at max capacity there. And you can see here, these grow automatically, 57%, so we're near harvesting period. We need to get a forester and start planting our own trees so that we can have a sustainable wood supply. We're almost there though. This is good. Our beavers are almost there with the dam. So this will be fine. We need to get this done within the next day, guys. Please. Oh, beautiful. So just before the end of... or just before we hit a day before this drought hits, our dam's in place, meaning that this water supply will stay about for a little while longer. Our house is built as well, which is beautiful. We need to build more of these though. Where can I like to slot these in spaces that usually we won't be able to use efficiently. So let me see. Housing. Let's get another lodge here. And then we could put another one there. I don't like how that leaves a space in the corner though. Oh, there's one thing we can do here. Hold on. So this is one thing we can do to make efficient use of space. We can build these lodges here with the small warehouse in the corner here. And we've labeled it as carrots because our carrot farm is done. You can see I've put our farmers back in, 3 of them, and they are, picking up the carrots, which is going to bring our food supply up. We're at 8. I think we've almost depleted our berry supplies here, so just in time. Yeah, and we've dammed this off, so this water should stay for a little while as the drought cycle will hit in less than a day. Yeah, I'm feeling confident about this drought cycle. We have, I think, a bed for everyone. We have 9 beds. Oh, 3 are sleeping rough. They're homeless. Okay, so we got to build maybe 2 more housing units here. How do I do that? How should I do that to make efficient use of this space? Let's say that and that. We'll do that for now, I guess. So our scientist has been hard at work, and we have enough science points. 30 science points needed for this forester, so that is beautiful. Plant trees. Let's get pine, which is like one of the more standard wood variants out there that grows pretty fast. It is pretty efficient in growing, so we'll build a small little forest pile here for constant wood supply. We'll high prioritize that, and we should be in good shape. Ooh, our beavers are happier than ever, so that is good to see. So they have hunger, thirst, sleep, shelter. Wet fur is something that we can work on, but right now we're hitting a drought cycle, so I'm not too worried about that just yet. We have enough carrots. Drought started, so I'm assuming this water will disappear. It'll dry out. We have some water left here because of the drought, because of the dam. That'll be dammed up. 4 days. Okay, hold on. Pause the water pump. We gotta be cautious here. I think we need another water pump then. Ooh, it's on hard mode, so it is ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. We need more planks. Okay, so in the drought cycle, we can do a bit of plank work. Because these empty spots are bothering me, we'll build some mini lodges here. Unlock that for 50 science points, which is fine. We have that resource, and that should come in soon too to fill in those gaps. And just like that, the drought has ended, and in the meantime we got 4 new beavers because we got space for them. Our housing units are built now, so we are doing beautifully. Why are these guys so low? Oh, because they're thirsty. Well, we are going to start pumping. We need to put high priority on these workplaces. Let's lower our workers down to 2 here, standard 2. Our farmers are working on it. Yeah, we need to start getting pumping. So I added another water pumper, some more water storage facilities here to keep our water storages high, because this drought cycle, it's only going to get worse. So we don't want to completely deplete our water resources too soon. We have water back in the area. So yeah, we need to start pumping, and also we need to diversify. So the big long-term goal here is to dam this off. So we'll put some levees down and then put the dam on top, and then we'll be able to cross over into this plot of land. But then also what happens is that the water level is going to reach level 2, so about here, meaning that all this will be flooded. So I did not think through of this, but we need the space to do some tree planting and harvesting. So this is just a temporary one. We'll put another one over here probably because there's a lot of green space over here. We'll also have to expand our farmland at some point. So we could potentially also look at putting another farmhouse here and then connecting those two, or maybe putting a farmland elsewhere. And of course we got another large or medium-sized warehouse for our carrots because we maxed out in storage in our small warehouse, and we are keeping, or this is renewable, this will constantly renew itself, so we want to have a sufficient space to store all of it. So we have a medium warehouse there. things are going along. In addition to the industrial complex, we'll make this an industrial area mainly because there's never going to be any water in this area unless we terraform incredibly, which is a long-term thing. Maybe later down the line we'll do it, but not right now. We've built some warehouses, or small piles, excuse me, where we can store logs and planks. So yeah, if you can see here earlier, there were some piles of stuff here of one of the water tanks that we just destroyed. They'll be on the floor, but they require some kind of pile or a warehouse to shove those things into. So in this case, this is a log pile. So they've taken all of those logs that came out of that building and then shoved it there. And then it can be used for other projects. So it's an important thing to have, a fail-safe for resource reusability. How are these trees doing? 17%, still a ways to go. So the forester's not going to do anything in the meantime. So we'll pause that workspace. And I think our beavers are slowly getting better. The water is a concern here because the next cycle will be worse. Oh, drought is approaching already in 3 days. This is bad. I think we need to put down some more water storage because it's getting quite severe now. Let's just make all this water storage. We need a lot of water storage, because the last drought cycle was not great. Okay, our wood supplies are starting to drain. I think it's time we have to... I want to keep these as emergency reserves. I think we may have to start considering chopping these down too. I mean, there are some growing back since trees are renewable. But this ain't looking too good. What about these trees? How long are you? Only 24%. Takes some time. Takes like 4 days for them to grow, so we need to be alert. Put a small warehouse down here and make those blueberry storages. So less than a day away from our drought cycle, and thankfully we do have our third water pumper here. We have some storage space left to fill. Unfortunately, our wood supplies have been drained, so let me just pause these jobs since there is no other trees to cut down. May as well keep those guys available for other jobs like this workplace, hauling and, you know, moving stuff, and building stuff. These don't have any wood to build, so that's no big deal, because these are priority, and thankfully we got all our storages set up because the drought is coming in less than a day, less than half a day here. I think we have enough carrot storage with blueberries as well, so we are fine. It's just a matter of trying to make sure we don't have any beavers starving or dying unnecessarily. We have enough sleep space for everyone. No one's sleeping rough. We have an empty bed because I think someone died. Yep, beavers will die and then someone will take their place. So here we go. Drought started. 5 days of drought. Okay, you guys need to pause. Making the executive decision of demolishing this building, the forester. That stuff will be moved to these store piles and then building these other warehouses needed for other goods. Now I think we're going to move it over here where there's other land available, and then what we're going to do is essentially bar this up. So what I mean by that is if we go to landscaping, we go to levy, which is 120 science points, which we have 209 of, 210 now. We're going to build that. And then we're going to build that, and then put two, oh gosh. And we're going to put some dams on top like so. And then we're going to bridge across. Now what that's going to do is flood all this water. When the water restarts, it's going to flood all this and then keep this as a giant pond, so to say, of fresh water that we can delve into when the drought occurs next time. So we'll keep this one here so that our water levels stay high, and then we'll keep this one here to completely flood all this area in preparation for future droughts. Because this drought, 2 days left, we're doing okay in water, but the next one's going to be even worse. So we got to plan ahead, plan for the next one, and constantly move forward. It's like a snail trying to kill you, right? You gotta keep moving forward, keep going forward. And beautiful, we have survived the drought. Let's get these water pumps back online, and we should be in good shape. We should have 2 open slots, so let me remove these two guys, and we should be at full employment. So water supplies are looking good, but we do have 6 beds that will be filled before the next cycle. I got 2 new beds open here. Don't worry about this row because I will show you why that's going to be used up in a future episode. Again, planning ahead, way ahead. And it looks like our trees are done, but those that we planted here are regrowing. Our dam project here is slowly coming together and it's looking good, so I'm happy with the progress that is making. Back to water pumping, new blueberry warehouse which is going to store some more food, which is great. And let's start considering expanding into this area here, this green space. Think we will have a forester to put down here, so let me just road that up, path that up all the way over there, get my gatherer, 2 of them, and then let's cut these trees down. Let's demolish it. Oh, okay, our dam is slowly coming together. It's starting to overflow now. Oh dear, oh dear. This is okay. This is great. This is fine. Let's destroy those, destroy this path. This is fine. We don't need to go all the way over here anymore. We have completely destroyed our tree supply over here. Although the issue is now that the dam is completely completed, these trees I think are unable to be harvested because these guys are underwater. Okay. I mean, it gives them wet fur, so it's a good thing, but we also need to put down some... Oh, what do we do? How do we get rid of these guys? We need a dry land to put these collectors again, because this is flooded and it's unable to be... it's not a work opportunity anymore, or it's not a place where they can work anymore. One thing we can do is put down a wooden staircase here. 70 science points, we have it, and we'll path that up like so, and then put 2 lumberjack flags here. And I think that should provide access. That will be fine. So we can remove these. Great. Well-being score is up to 6. I also built these hospital... Oh, another drought's coming in 3 days. We got to be ready. Uh-oh. Did not construct any new water storage facilities. 120. But they also need gears, which we don't have the capacity for just yet. I think we'll need to build a couple more water tanks here. And then just survive off these small tanks for now. Not ideal. Not ideal, but it'll have to do for now. We're also low on wood, so we need to start, going into the reserves over there, the oak trees that we have not touched. So let's get these guys back online. Yep, these are being chopped down with these lumber flags, so that's great. We're making progress. More water storage facilities, please, because this drought is going to ruin us if we're not careful. It's good that we did this, though, that we completely filled this area up with water, because that gives us more arable land to work with. Unfortunate that our housing complex is in that arable land that we could use for farming. We could move these guys over, essentially. We could start moving stuff into these areas that aren't going to be used for anything other than just dead area. It's going to be an industrial area for that reason. And so begins the drought cycle. And what we've been doing is slowly starting to move people up to higher points because we want to use this land for good. Now let's test this new dam that we've built. Up to here, a lot of water available. Okay, hold on. You need to be paused because we have 10 days to survive this. 10 days is insane. All right, things are getting worse and worse. We need to start thinking about where we can plant our trees without things drying up. This area seems very nice indeed. So let's get a farm or a forester up. Where do I put it? Where do I put the limit here? Here, do you think? Question is, how far can these guys reach? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Forester, let's put you like here, I think. This will be ideal. And then we can put road along there. And then put the forester or the lumberjack flags here, because that'll reach all the way to the end. And then what we can do is plant trees. Let's try and plant oak. Do you think that'll grow in time? I don't know, but we'll see. If not, we can always plant like other trees here in the meantime. This one's the top priority though, and we have all the necessary materials for this, so we should be fine. Oh, another house built means destroy that one. Thank you very much. We don't want too many beavers. We already have enough to fill in all the jobs. Taking this drought period to expand our housing facility further up the mountain here, or hill rather. And we are slowly moving these guys out because we want to use this arable land to the best of our abilities. So slowly building houses. We're now starting to stack because we have the capacity to build these staircases. So that is always good. We have planks, sufficient of them, sufficient amount of them to start doing things like this. Now what do we do is the question with this land. Well, I think I might just expand our carrot farm all the way. And don't worry why there's a gap here. There's a vision, as everything we do in this series, it'll be with a vision. There is something that'll go there. Do not worry. Well, just on the eve of the drought ending, we have officially run out of water in this upper part of our civilization. This area is still good on water. I think it's time we reconsider how we're going to build this, and also reconsider where we put our water facilities. Think we may have to use this as our water source, especially this deeper part. When we can, I think we might want to dynamite this out. It does take a lot of resources and some of this bad water, so we'll have to consider that, but that is later down the line when we are in a sufficiently strong position as a civilization to be self-sufficient. Our water supplies just about kept us alive throughout this cycle, and we are starting to grow as a colony a little bigger. So we need to consider our water sources. One thing that we can do in the meantime is I think we have enough for platforms. So what we're going to do is cut across like so, and put roads down here like so. And then what we're going to do is demolish the dams here and replace them with these floodgates. I think they do a better job of containing water because this only goes up until like half. This is like half of the block, but floodgates can go all the way up to 0.95, which is quite significant, only trickling a small amount of water down and leaving this area. Okay, hold on. I need to restart these pumps since the drought is over, and we need to replenish our water supply quickly. So that's important. That's complete immediately. Let us see how much the floodgates cost. 150, just enough science points to make that work. So let's demolish those. And then we can get floodgates, unlock those, and do I go across? Nah. This saves the most amount of resources. I hope they can build that one. Not sure. We'll see. Oh, it's too far. That's the problem. Okay. So let us destroy this one. These will be built, no problem, because there's access points here. This one will require a staircase that we'll have to build and then demolish. That's a shame that we have to use resources for that, but once that goes in, we'll put it at 0.95, meaning that we can keep as much water in here as possible, which is always a good thing. Forester has completed planting all those oak trees. That'll take a while to grow, but it'll give us a lot of wood. As you can see, our small reserve here is not yet depleted because it's given us a lot of wood. We have more wood than necessary to complete these jobs, so I'm happy with the progress we're making, for sure. And since that one's done, let's remove that staircase. Think that should be collected by everyone. And then we'll put floodgate in here. Come on, pick up that last piece. Come on. Someone, go pick that up. I don't care. We'll just put it down, because then that'll pile up here. You can see logs are piled up and etc. I think we need more piles, that's why. This one's at full capacity, almost. 2 spots left, so Yeah, that'll just live down there, I think, for now. But this is good. Water supply needs to increase for sure, since we have 22 beavers that live in our civilization. We need to make sure that they are all well fed and hydrated. That we have it. Our floodgates are in. 0.95 is the highest without over flooding this area. Hopefully. Oh, it is flooding. Okay. We just have to make sure it's pumping quick enough. Is it? I mean, the water's fluctuating, but I think it's stabilized. Yep. Okay, we're good. We're good. No, it's going back and forth. Maybe we'll put it down to 0.9 for safety, so it doesn't overflood too much. Good. Good, 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 good. And we're good. All right, this is fantastic. I think I'll leave the episode here. We've made steady progress. We have good food, water. Now wood is growing as well. We got good amount of blueberries, and housing is starting to grow. So that is great. We'll in the next episode, I think we'll try and unlock this. The triple lodge is going to be important because that'll slot in right there. As we said, we are thinking ways ahead, and that will give us a good chunk of housing. 9 inhabitants, meaning that we can probably delete all 3 of these and be good to go. We'll be in good shape then, I think. Does it require anything special? No, just logs. So yeah, that'll be perfect. And we'll also expand our science point generation facilities, and then also work on how to get better water management and better water facilities. Diversify it instead of relying on this one water source here and then maybe digging into this. I'm thinking maybe building something across here and then putting a straw down here to pump water into this area, but we'll see. That is for a future episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. Let me know what you guys think, and also some tips and tricks you may have. There have been many updates since I played this last, so I may be a little rusty with some of the stuff. But as it turns into night, I'll leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys for a new video relatively soon. Take care.